Hey Dolly friends, Chris once again, welcome back to my video. This is another request assigned for Bronson, and the name of this video is, why are grown women carrying fake babies? Alright, let's check it out, yay.
Brett Cooper. There is an epidemic with adult women that I had no idea existed, and I naively thought was very new, but has apparently been going on for far too long because it is just absurd. Adult women
No, it's not.
Are obsessed with dolls.
I'm obsessed with dolls.
That we talked about in December, like the adult men that are still obsessed in buying Legos and going to toy stores. It's like that, but the female equivalent. Adult women who can't let go of their American Girl dolls, or worse. So before we get into
There's nothing wrong with that. What the fuck?
To the channel if you have not already, and ring that notification bell so that you never miss a comment section or off the clock episode.
Okay.
So before we totally get into this, I mentioned kidults earlier. That whole world of kidults and these people that can't let go of their childhood, I think it really stems from our issue in society where nobody wants to grow up. Everybody's incredibly immature. People don't want to take responsibility for their life, and they look at adulthood and being a productive member of society.
I already disagree with this video. It's 1 minute in.
Lives a long, happy life as, oh my god, adulting, and it's so hard, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to adult today, so I'm just going to, regress to child. Literally, there are people that are regressing to childhood. This is not as insane, but it still, I think, is a symptom of the same problem. So here are some of the videos that I have been seeing on my timeline and my For You page, just so you can get a sense of this very, very strange epidemic. Here we go.
It's not that strange.
Get over your fear of having dolls in public.
I do that all the time.
Get over your fear of having dolls.
I carry my doll, the mega doll, the whole fucking time. There's nothing wrong with that. People like this is what I have a problem with. They're
just having fun and messing around, and these two
see, it's not hurting anybody. They stare at you, you look the other way. They laugh at you like that, then just ignore them.
We're gonna see these people again, so what they think really doesn't matter. Why are you carrying your American Girl dolls around anyway? Brittany Melville is
because she's using it as a coping mechanism, maybe, dummy.
Buying the same tank top every day, which is why I never go in there. So I get that. But still, why are you bringing your dolls into Brandy Melville? That is a recipe for disaster. And let's not normalize that. That's not a fear that anybody needs to get over. You look like a child. To give her credit, though, that
I don't care if I look like a child.
They carry around dolls that actually...
I carry my dolls and don't give a shit what people think.
So many of these women are carrying around lifelike dolls and playing make-believe as adults. Here we go. Now we're getting into the weird part.
I have friends who have reborn dolls. I have a YouTube channel or a Facebook page that I follow who use reborn dolls.
Oh, hello.
Nothing wrong with that. And you're what's wrong with society, girl.
Oh. That last scene, I've watched this video like 3 times now, guys, since I've been prepping for this. That last little clip where they're matching. That's like out of the Muppets.
That's cute.
Straight out of frickin' Sesame Street. God, I wish Scheller was still here because he'd be having a field day, guys. He would be calling this guy a cuck in like 16 different languages.
You're a cuck.
It's so freaking weird. I'm not pulling any punches because that's odd. It's so strange.
You're strange, maybe.
Look at those lifeless eyes.
It's cute. My mom wants one of these reborn dolls too. I think it'd be cool. That looks just like Paisley, by the way, guys, when she was little.
I love babies. I desperately want a baby.
I don't. Fuck that shit.
I do not want a baby so badly that I'm going to get a fake, lifelike baby doll and spend my time doing her
There's
hair
nothing wrong with that, Brett
and
Cooper.
And making friends. I'm just not. I don't know what the disconnect here is.
This reminds me of the episode we did with the woman who married the doll.
Oh, I love that.
Felicity Rose? I'm friends with her online.
So here is the lovely blushing bride and her husband. Here's their wedding.
That's not...
Oh, wow. However, after only a few months, Mary Bone found herself pregnant.
That's not the most normal thing in the world, but who cares as long as you're not hurting anybody.
Everybody is either identifying as an inanimate object, or being in love with an inanimate object, or raising an inanimate object. Why don't you have any people skills anymore? I blame COVID lockdowns, truly. Everybody was locked in their homes for far too long. You have not had human connection. Go outside and touch grass. Somebody said, guys, I'm done with the internet. Somebody said, the way my smile dropped so fast. There were so many comments being like, oh my god, I was about to write a paragraph about how cute your baby is, but I realized it was dead, and then I realized it was a doll. So freaking weird.
Well, she acts like she doesn't have nobody to hang out with either. And see, there's nothing wrong with this. I don't see anything wrong with this. You're carrying your...
Oh, that man looks like he's straight out of Lord of the Rings, guys.
I see people carry reborn dolls on stores all the time, and I don't judge them. You shouldn't judge them either.
They're buying baby clothes. They're buying baby carriers. Some of these people are buying real baby formula
Yeah?
and real diapers. We have a shortage right now for these fake reborn lifelike babies. They're called reborn. They're made by special reborn baby boutiques. It's very,
Yeah, and they're
weird.
great.
There's kind of a controversy right now in the reborn baby community because some of the reborn baby community moms do like buying the real formula and all that stuff because it makes it more realistic, and they want to make their babies as real as possible. The other ones are like, okay, no, that's a little weird. You're getting a little out there. But these people are spending thousands of dollars on these fake reborn babies. Baby carriers are not cheap. Baby formula is not cheap. They are shopping constantly for these dolls. If you're shopping constantly, you need Cultivate. Did you know that over 60% of products on Amazon are sold by third-party sellers, and that 50% of those sellers are based in China? These foreign sellers do not pay taxes or create jobs in the U.S. They just overcharge you for cheap, gross products. That is why I love Cultivate. Cultivate is a completely free browser
She's sponsoring the video.
where listings on Amazon come from and where you can find cheaper local alternatives. For example, this hair dryer is listed for $69.99 on Amazon, and the seller is from China. But Cultivate
I
tells me
don't
that I can get
do.
it for $20 cheaper at my local Target, which is amazing. I can get this product for cheaper. I can pick it up on my way home or order it directly from Target, knowing that I am supporting my local economy. And since I started using Cultivate, I learned that I can save an average of 30% on things that I would be buying anyway. Plus, they also have this really cool rewards program where the more that you use Cultivate, the more money you earn towards donations to a charity of your choice. So use my special link, wecultivate.us/Cooper to download Cultivate for free, save money, and support your local economy. And hopefully, none of you guys are using Cultivate to buy baby formula for inanimate objects. That would be weird. I would be disappointed. This one is the weirdest, though.
The fuck is this music?
Taking the baby on a plane.
Who cares?
Why, as an adult woman, do you need to take your real-life baby doll through TSA? You're worried that it's going to be cut open looking for drugs. Of course it is, because the TSA agents are going to look at you and be like, what the f*** is going on? What is it? Obviously you're smuggling coke or something in there. Like, that's not a crazy
Maybe you're
thing.
smoking
That one
coke.
had
We're
comments
talking
turned off.
about this
Obviously,
shit.
It had like 2 million likes, and I wish I could see the comments. It was from 2021, but somebody else stitched it and did get a lot of responses, and the comments were on. They did not fail me. Here's what this girl said. Apparently, this is a big issue. That is literally my biggest fear. Like, next month I'm planning to travel with her on a plane, but she's my only reborn, and like, how do I stop that from happening? I cannot tell how old that person is. I think that's a young person.
It's none of your
So
business,
a little
girl.
more, but I also do not excuse the fact that like a 14, 15-year-old is posting on TikTok about taking her reborn baby through TSA, patting it as if it's real. Imagine being a child.
She doesn't know what reborn is if she's talking about this shit.
Right now, like, obviously we all play make-believe. Make-believe is very healthy. It's good. It's good to imagine things. But now you're posting about it online and you're part of this community.
Why are you watching these videos if they creep you out?
Like, you're 14. You're allowed to go imagine whatever you're doing and play with whatever you want. I don't really care. But you're now lumped in with these adult women who are taking their babies through security? That's odd. Somebody commented and said, you simply don't bring it. That's very true. Somebody else said, stuff her in your suitcase. That would go terribly, I think. Somebody else said, what? God, same. Now, one of the people who we watched, that was the one who thought that she would never find a husband and then had the cucked guy. She gave an explanation in a couple of videos. So let's watch these. Let's actually try to gain some understanding, some education, some empathy.
I would recommend just being a bit careful when you ask people this question, because it is intensely personal and everyone has their own reasons for having or not having children.
Exactly.
It's
so weird.
Oh my god.
Real babies.
True.
Personally, I'm not ready to have real babies yet. I'm not ready to have children. I'm not married, and I want to be married first. And there's lots of things I want to achieve in my life before little people come along. Having children is a huge lifelong responsibility and something that shouldn't be entered into lightly. And for those of us who think babies are really cute but don't want all of the responsibility that comes with them, reborns can be really fun.
I would understand the argument
that's good.
if you had, babies that you babysat. Or maybe one baby doll that you didn't take everywhere. But you're saying you don't want the responsibility of being a parent, and that you are doing basically 80% of the things that a parent does. Pretending to change a diaper, changing her clothes every morning, doing her hair, going on trips with a baby carrier. Maybe I'm being too judgmental. You guys can let me know in the comments.
Yeah, you are.
It's just odd. The dots do not connect. Here's another one.
I just wanted to thank this commenter for being
She's
so
pissing me off in
polite
this
to
video,
asking
man.
this
I'm not
question.
liking her too
I
much
collect
now.
reborn dolls because I think they are beautiful works of art.
They are.
I'm not ready for the responsibility
They are beautiful works of
having
art.
a real child, and I wanted something to keep me company when working from home.
Get a dog!
But not a pet.
Not a pet, apparently. Out of one side of her mouth,
We
she's
have-
saying, this is not real. This baby is not real. I
Maybe
don't want
some
the
people don't want to
responsibility
have a
of this baby
dog.
cute. And then on the other side of her mouth,
I don't
she's
like
doing
dogs that
all the
much. I like
things that
cats
you do as a mother,
better.
walking in the little pram, taking the baby on trips, you wanting the baby to keep you company. The baby is inanimate. Again, get a dog. If you don't have the responsibility of a dog, get a bird. I don't care. Something, a turtle. My producer Caleb loves ducks. Get a duck. Anything. This is just, again, it's odd. It's like,
Well,
what
if
is
I
the real
wasn't
reason?
even
She's
watching
also
it.
just saying the quiet part out loud. You're wanting the fun and the cuteness of the baby without any of the responsibility. It seems like a perfect description for entire society right now. You want to have the fun. You don't want to deal with the personal responsibility or the accountability or the consequences that come along with whatever choice you're making. But I do feel a bit torn. You guys can let me know what you think, because if somebody really
You're
is
being
not
way too
ready
judgmental
to
on this
intentionally
shit.
bring a child into the world, then it's probably best they do not have a child just because babies are cute. But like, is this really the only option? Is the only option
Yeah.
to get a weird inanimate baby that you take through TSA, that you walk around Walmart with, and you play with as an adult? I really don't think
I
it is.
play with my
Become a
dolls. I don't have
nanny
no
and
shame in
play with your
that.
friends' babies.
It's a good coping
Could be a
mechanism.
great option. That last video also
Yeah, like it's a
solidifies
fucking
what
weapon or
makes sense about
something.
babies becoming an accessory. Like, straight up, this is what it is. They're so cute. I collect them because of their works of art.
What did he say?
Strange. And like I said earlier, I thought that all of this was new, like it was some new weird internet thing, but it's not. There are so many articles about it. Here's one from The Guardian. People don't get it. Inside the world of hyper-realistic baby doll collecting. No, I don't get it. I genuinely don't. I do
Because
not.
you're
And there are some people who collect
judgmental.
them simply because they are these works of art, but then there are other people who take it much more seriously, obviously, like the videos that we saw. Here's one from The New Yorker. The women who mother lifelike baby dolls. They're not mothering them. They're pretending to have responsibility when they actually don't. Here's one from USA Today. Fake babies ease women's anxiety and sadness.
Yeah.
Does something unalive truly take the place of a real human? For some, the trend of women playing with reborn dolls is something straight out of the Twilight Zone. But according to psychiatrist Gail Saltz, the behavior can provide reprieve for those coping with loss, sadness, or anxiety.
Yeah.
So obviously, like I said, some people collect them for collecting's sake. I definitely collected weird China dolls when I was like 10 years old. I will admit that. That was a weird time for me, but you know what? I got rid of them because I grew up. But a lot of these women use them as a crutch, which I find really, really interesting. They find that being maternal and caring for this fake baby to be comforting and soothing. I wonder why.
It is.
Some huge scientific thing that we need to break down. Maybe that's because that is what we are literally designed to do. No matter how tomboyish you might be, like I am, no matter how much of a tough girl boss babe, whatever, you are still a woman who was designed to procreate and care for children. And one thing that none of these headlines really point out, one of the articles sort of touches on it, but in some of the reading that I did, a lot of women who gravitate towards these dolls, and originally did years ago before it became the social media trend, were doing so because they had experienced a miscarriage, or they were an empty nester, or they had lost a child, and so this felt comforting to them to go back to, pretending to nurse, holding a baby, that kind of thing. And I obviously have empathy for people who have been through incredibly traumatic events, but like so many of these trauma responses, like age regressing and things like that, it has been totally blown out of proportion and so normalized. And like I said, it has become an internet trend. So how many of these people are actually doing it because they have had a traumatic experience and they are coping? And how many of them are just doing it because they are bored and they don't want to have the responsibility of a real child? Like, that is what we are designed to do. Maybe, just maybe, I know this is crazy, we should stop rejecting that and actually lean into the things that are good for us and that do bring us peace.
This is
that do
good for
ease our
people.
anxiety. Insane thought, but you don't need
It's
a
healthy.
doll to do that.
Oh,
Thank you for watching the comment section. If you want to see more videos just like this, make sure to subscribe to this channel, turn on your notifications, like this video, and of course, if you want even more content, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I'm Brett Cooper. See you next time.
listen, this girl, Brett Cooper, she seems like a nice person to hang out with. She really does. But this video pissed me off because, you use reborns as because you want responsibility for a child. Then why are you watching these videos when you don't agree with them? Do better. These videos aren't that interesting to me. I do think she is a decent person. It's just, hold on, guys. Sorry guys, I had to blow my nose. Because I have a huge flu and I had to blow my nose. But, yeah. She's like a nice person. It's just she's not a person that I agree with in terms of these type of videos. Because, yeah, you carry reborn dogs with you, but what's wrong with that? It's not hurting anybody. But, I guess that's just me. I carry my dogs with me to places, and I have never got any rude comments from anybody. Except Leo, who is a complete dickwad. But yeah. With that said, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Peace out. It was a pleasure. Bye-bye.